Okay, rates are down. Bank of Canada dropped a rate. The Bank of Canada will continue to drop rates unless somehow there's a solution to the trade war, which there probably will be, but not today, probably months. So we're going to see lower rates in Canada, that's for sure. Maybe as low as, not the crazy low, not 1.99, not 2.49, not that stuff, but we will see a lot of rates in the threes. So the next question becomes, hey, Ron, won't real estate go to the moon? I go crazy because the rates will be low. Maybe, but no, I doubt it, actually. I really doubt it. It's because, it's not, rates are very, very important to real estate. Rates are super important to real estate, but it's assuming that these low rates are occurring in a normal economic environment. This is not a normal economic environment. Not at all. As a matter of fact, this just might be the fuckedest uptest economic environment in Canada. Well, COVID was the king of fuck-ups, but I'm dead sure this is about the same as the 2008 financial crisis. I mean, they called it a crisis for a good reason. I was there. It was a crisis. I mean, it didn't last long in Canada. It solved itself quickly. Although the truth is, about 1 million, maybe more, a couple million homeowners lost their homes in the United States. It's much more serious down there. Prices fell like a rock. I'm not saying that's going to be exactly what happens here, but here's why I don't think real estate prices are going to go nuts and people are going to start buying hand over fist, okay? Number one, simple, bad economy. Yeah, Bank of Canada governor said it himself in his sort of mumbly-jumbly way. Jobs, not good. People are saving more, spending less. Spending less means worse economy. You can say, well, I'm glad people are saving, but the way an economy really expands is by people feeling confident and going out and buying things or making major decisions like a home or a car. I mean, like if people stop buying stuff, that makes an economy worse. Now, this particular effect, first of all, that would make people worry about their job. But this Trump trade tariff terror, it's good, right? Is something else entirely. It's, what if he picks on my industry? Believe me, the steel and aluminum folks, I feel very, very bad for. They're just plain scared. I would be too. If the president of the United States, the most powerful nation on earth, decided, hey, Canada, I'm going to fuck with your aluminum and steel industries. I mean, that's awful. And it's job threatening. And what if it moves on to automotive and other things, forestry, you name it. He was even talking about being mad at banks the other day in Canada. Banks, they don't let us, they don't let us in. Not true, but a little bit true. So if you're in a particular industry that's under the gun, you're not going to do a thing. You're worried about your jobs. By the way, affordability hasn't gotten any better. There's no price of virtually anything has gone down. Food is still super expensive. It's going to get more expensive. Look, and you know what? These rates that we're going to have today, they're going to be in the threes. They're not going to be in the twos. So they're good rates, but they're not hyper stimulus. Like you offer somebody a 1.69 5-year fix and you will see some action like we saw in 2021. There will be action. We don't have that because this is the opposite of FOMO, what we're going to experience. FOMO is the fear of missing out. That, I see prices of houses are going crazy, so I'm going to overbid. I'm going to be part of the bids. I'm going to bid a lot. This is not FOMO. This is FOOP, FOOP, fear of overpaying. Because when you see in the marketplaces like British Columbia and Ontario, and just a tiny, tiny bit of this starting in Calgary condos too. But when you see this huge inventory, massive inventory, biggest inventory of homes, people listing homes in 20 years, lots of condos, obviously, in Ontario. But when you see this massive amount of listings, there's not even anywhere near enough sales to keep up with it. Now, the prices have not started to fall radically, but selectively, we are seeing some price reduction. sometimes pretty big in the outskirts of 905, the 416 condos. So reality is, if prices are going down in all likelihood, or they sure look like they could be, that's FOOP. You don't want to overpay. You say, well, I'll wait till the summer. I was thinking about buying, but I'm going to wait till the summer. I think prices are going to be down in the summer, which, by the way, is probably true. They probably will be down in the summer. So are we going to see this? It's not true for everybody. Like if you're a cop and your wife's a firefighter, or you're a doctor, those are the most utterly secure jobs on earth. Okay. So they might buy, they might see prices down, they might buy. But for most people, it's a bit of a struggle, right? A bit of a worry, a bit of a concern. Not everybody has the most perfectly insulated jobs. So will we see these lower rates stimulate vast increase in real estate business? No. Will we see price increases suddenly? No, I don't think we will. I think the alternative in the regions of Canada that are most affected, which is obviously Ontario is the most effective, although those poor aluminum workers in Quebec, it's a disaster. And will Trump take the tariffs off in 3 days? I don't know. Nobody knows. But the nobody knows is almost as bad as the tariffs, because people just say, well, I gotta wait. I just got to wait. I got to sit back and wait because I don't know what's going to happen. This is crazy. Could change. Could be next week. It could be, who knows? Nobody knows. That chokes off investment. Nobody's going to open up a new company. Nobody's going to expand their company. Nobody's going to hire a new person. It's just too uncertain. So in that poor economic environment, lower mortgage rates will not necessarily stimulate any jump in real estate prices.